Hello everyone, and welcome to Mikoda is a Minecrafty thing. So I've already kind of started here, making sure I have all my items and stuff in my inventory. Basically, we're playing on a server that is using the monster pack from Feed the Beast, and we wanted to network multiple houses together using one massive central location. Now, the central location is real simple. It's a huge building with a massive power plant, and of course, this is just representative of our massive power plant, that has infinite energy. I mean, we have magma crucibles feeding, lava generators. If you don't know Monster Pack at all, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But basically, that's the idea. And it's working really well. But one issue we came across is we can either build small power plants in everyone's house or have one massive power plant. We were looking in and we found a thing called a ME point-to-point tunnel. I think it's point-to-point. Could be peer-to-peer. It's computer-based, so yeah. And, well, we thought, okay, well, we can just set it up straight to this. What you do on it is you right-click on it with what you want it to be set to. But it didn't work. Then we tried it with various other things. We even tried using the kinesis pipes, which is what sets it to millijoules. It connects, but it doesn't actually send information over it. So, what we did, myself and another, we poked around until we finally figured it out. And I looked online, there were no tutorials on this anywhere. So I figured I'd be the first one to do a tutorial on it to make it easy on everyone. Anywho, just the quick and simple. You need a lot of items. And first off, I'm going to start off with what you need on this end of things. Energy bridge, MJ producer, and an RF consumer. Move all these things over here a little bit. On the other end of it, you'll need an MJ consumer, an RF producer, energy bridge in the middle, obviously. I don't know why I doubled some of these items, but I did. It's okay. And you'll also need wooden and golden kinesis pipes, because that's what transfers Minecraft joules, MJs. Alright, so to start off on this end, because we are... I'm going to actually move this over a little bit to a bit less inconvenient spot. Basically, what we have is you're taking RF. That's completely the wrong block. There we go. You're taking RF, which I don't know what stands for, and you're placing it into an RF consumer. This will take the RF as an input and go into the energy bridge, and then back out to the MJ producer. This will create a full circuit. This will allow you to intake RF, go across the bridge, and it'll produce MJ on the other side. Now for MJ, you start off with a wooden kinesis pipe and a golden kinesis pipe. The wooden is required for the output from here. You have to have that, or else you'll get absolutely nothing on the return. Okay, so next, you'll need your point-to-point tunnel, and you'll place it on the end of this. And you'll take either your wooden or your golden and place it here. I believe you might actually have to do golden. I'm not 100% sure. If I right click it with wooden, it still works. I mean, I don't know. I've had some issues going both directions with it. So I'd say just go ahead and use your golden on this end and go with it from there. Make it real simple on yourself. Alright, anyway, so you're going to take that and you're going to connect it directly to your ME stream, your cable. This will basically send it through the network as a MJ power source. Notice these things can also take MJ, but RF converts. Not everything will take MJ, not everything will take RF, from what I understand. So, going with that. Anyhow, you go to the other end, you go to the next person's house. On this end, you will be placing first a wooden, and then a golden, once again, into your MJ consumer, which will take the input of MJ, another energy bridge, and an RF producer. This way, this side will shoot out RF. Not literally like a laser beam, but you kind of get the idea. And you go back to your point-to-point tunnel. You'll right-click on here. And there's two options. The one that works every time and the one that works most of the time. I'm going to give you the easy option first. Right-click on it with your wooden. And if you notice, it didn't work. Don't ask me why, but it just doesn't always work. Sometimes it will, but I don't know. Anyway, the proper way of doing this, going to this side, shift right click with your ME bus memory card. Again, I'm not doing crafting, so you can figure out how to build these things. We had to. You'll shift right click on the input side, and on the output side you'll right click. You'll notice that it'll start shooting energy. It was really that simple. And on this end, of course, you will start putting your items over here. You need your redstone conduits. Don't do this with anything less than redstone. Dear God, it's a waste of your time. Anyhow, connect your redstone conduits to your RF producer, and then whatever it is you're going to power. For this test, we're going to power a resonant energy cell, and you'll see that it immediately starts filling up at full speed. You can even do this multiple times. There is no limit to the output for the most part. I mean, these things will output at 10,000, no problem. So, anywho, this is a basic, simple procedure, and I mean, there's really nothing more to it than that. And that'll give you power from, you know, downtown to the rural areas, if you want to say it like that. If there's any questions, feel free to leave a comment in the video, and I will be glad to answer them. Obviously, you're not going to be using a creative energy cell, so you have to have your own power plant that produces RF. One really key ingredient, you have to have your ME controller. If you take that out, then it will not work. It might work right now because it was already going. It looks to be dwindling. Yeah, it does not work. So you have to make sure that everything is actually hooked up to a full ME system. Otherwise, you'll get nothing on the other end. Ta-da! Works again. Okay, so really simple. It's not exactly cheap. It may be more efficient for you to actually build the individual parts, but something as simple as an MJ consumer, RF consumer, starts off with this kind of thing. None of these things are hard to build. You need a leadstone energy cell, which is super simple. Transmission coil, reception coil, transmission and reception. So 2 redstone transmission, 2 redstone reception. This one is literally like a redstone in between 2 gold, I think. No, the other way around. And the other one is the same way with lead, or I'm sorry, silver. Get that wrong. That's weird. I thought it was lead, but yeah. So they're really cheap, and silver is kind of hard to find, but as you can see, it works with any of these silvers in the monster pack. Energy bridge, a little less, a little harder, I guess. It's diamond kinesis pipes centered around. There's obviously more than one way to make them. Here is the one that we used here. We actually started out with this one, and we realized that this could get really expensive over time. So we went with the easier version, which is the thermal expansion version, basically. Really cheap, 1 diamond, some leadstone, good to go. But all of these things are really easy to make. The whole ME controller system is super simple. ME cables are cheap as hell. They're Fluix dust, which you can make on your own. The golden kinesis cable is pretty simple as well. And peer-to-peer, or point-to-point, whatever you want to call it, is a little harder, but you only need 2. And the conversion matrix is your quote-unquote most expensive part. Fluix is pretty easy to make. A couple of quartz and a redstone. Anyway, this has been a quickie little tutorial on power travel over network, basically. The alternative to this is to basically run your redstone conduit from A to B as well in a power line system or whatever you wanted to do. You can do it underground, but we figure we want to do that above ground because it's more efficient and you don't have to worry about cutting it down on accident. And it just looks better with just a straight ME cable. There are multiple colors of ME cables that you could use. You could even use like a black one to kind of give you that power line look. But this is what we went with. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Leave any comments you like or any questions you have, and I will be glad to answer them in time. Thank you for watching and have a great day.